Hello there YouTube, Devin here again, second video today because you guys need to see some more videos, and since I got the time and figured you guys deserve to see some cool stuff. So this is something I actually just got today and I'm super glad to have, because they don't turn up all that much here in North America. But this is the Danish m23-41 helmet, and this would have been the helmet that Denmark would have used in World War II. And it's a really kind of unique design, the manta ray helmet. It's a very wide helmet, but it was kind of ahead of its time. It's a very conical, kind of sloped design. So it offered a very good amount of protection from both the sides, front, rear, and above because of these cool fucking wings that it had on it. And it extended out pretty far. It's fairly ergonomic helmet. It's quite comfortable. It has basically a Stahlhelm liner where the liner and chin strap are one piece and they're held in place with these four kind of rivet split pin type things. And then the only difference between the 23 and the 41 was kind of some steel composition. These are a little bit lighter, and the fact that the 23 would have had a big kind of Danish royal crest on it. They went away from those during World War II for basically saving, money saving matters, and they basically just had these little ID discs then after that. So you really didn't need a big gold fucking badge on the front of your helmet anyways. It was kind of a target and everything else. But these were used up until basically Denmark adopted they stayed in some kind of service until Denmark basically adopted the M1 after the war, which is cool. It's a neat, cool helmet design. They've been around for a long time. One of the cool features is it's one of the first helmets I've seen that have this on it, where you can route a strap through this to carry it on your pack, which is super cool. That's a very, what I like to call a creature comfort-esque type thing on helmets, and it's a nice feature to have, especially if you've ever had to wear a helmet for a long period of time, and if you're not in an area where you have to worry about combat. Being able to put your helmet on your bag and carry it instead of having to carry it in your hand or wear it on your head all the time is just such a huge relief. And this is one of the first helmet designs to just have those. But as you can see here, this liner's been kind of updated. It's basically Stahlhelm liner though, tongues. They did kind of help improve the trauma protection of the helmet by using cork spacers to keep the liner away from the shell, which gave it a little bit deformation pattern. It's still quite rigid though. See the outer rim and stuff like that has some give to it, but it's still metal and it's still not as givable as a lot of suspension type helmets or anything like that. But it did give you some space between the shell and the liner, which is going to help the deformation pattern if the helmet is struck. Simple 2-point chin strap, roller buckle type esque. Attachment method, nothing really fancy, so very easy to maintain. You could change it in the field quite easily with anything possible, and simple identification disc on the front. So it's just a really cool, neat helmet that has a lot of cool stories behind it. It's too bad this helmet design didn't really branch out anywhere, because it's actually a fairly effective design, and I don't know why more countries didn't go away with it. It's super good, and there's a lot of cool history from Denmark and everything like that, because you get that cool German mashup and the cool Scandinavian mashup, but you get a little French thrown in there as well as some British stuff after the war. It's a really neat mashup country, and if any of you guys are looking and starting collecting or doing an impression or something like that, throwing together a Danish impression would be pretty freaking sweet for World War II. It's not something you see every day. And there's a lot of cool history to it, because their uniforms were basically almost identical to the French ones from World War II. It would have been the kind of long tail coat, great coat type combat coat, and the puttees in that kind of brown color. And their whole uniform was kind of the brown color except for the helmet. And it would just be something cool to throw together one day. And if you could find a Danish Craig Jorgensen, that'd be even better. But super neat. So hopefully you guys like this video, and you subscribe if you like this sort of thing. If you have any cool user experiences or any more information on these types of helmets, I'd very much like to know about them in the comments, because there's just not a ton of them out there. They didn't make them in Denmark's military was kind of small for a very long time, and still is relatively small compared to a lot of other nations. So these just haven't haven't made it around the world very much, so there's not a ton of information out there on them. So if we can get some information in the comments, if any of you are Danish or know anything about these, that'd be cool, super cool, to drop some information in the comments on these, because I basically just gave an overview of the history of them, but I don't know if it was ever picked up by anyone and ever decided like how that was a cool design or not, or if it was actually ever tested by anyone else or anything like that. So if you know any of that stuff, please drop it in the comments. But hopefully you guys like this video, second video today, and hopefully this will hold you over, because I have no idea when the next time I'll be able to make videos is. But I really appreciate you guys being patient and everything like that. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.